Hello everybody and welcome to another yoga video. This one is going to be a badass yoga flow. I'm calling it badass because it's going to have a lot of different things that I haven't put together in this fashion before. You're going to have a nice standing flow. You're going to have some hand balancing. You're going to have single leg balancing and a lot of hip openers. And it's going to be really fun. And not too long, hopefully, so you could do it right now. You don't need too much time. You just need your mat. And if you are new to yoga, having a yoga block or maybe a small little step or a chair as a prop to help you for the more advanced stretches might be very helpful. And that's about it. Let's just get on the floor with me. And let's begin, all right? And if you're not familiar with who I am, my name is Antranik. I make health and fitness and yoga videos. So if you're not subscribed, please do so now. And let's get into it. So the first way we're going to start is we're going to start by standing. So let's all stand at the top of our mat. And just stand evenly on both feet. Hands by your side, and let's sweep the arms up. Inhale as you sweep the arms up to the sky, put them together, look up at them, and bring the hands to the heart, prayer position. All right, one more time. Inhale as you sweep the arms up together. Exhale, hands to the heart. That feels good. Let's do it one more time. Inhale as you sweep the arms up to the sky, reaching up, looking up. And exhale, hands to the heart. Feel that centerness. Feel how good it feels to just stand here evenly with perfect posture. All right? Now, we're going to sweep the arms up again, but at this time, sit in an imaginary chair, and you could keep the hands apart. All right? So now you're in this chair pose, as we call it. And then come to standing. And then bring the hands down to the heart. And let's do that again. Sweep the arms up to the side and up as you sit in your chair. Now I want you to put your feet together, knees together as well. And just try to squat in your chair. And then bring the hands to the heart. And I want you to start turning your torso to the left. Start turning it to the left, sit deep in your chair, turn it to the left, and then hook your right elbow on your left, outside your left knee, and then push against it so your hands end up in the center of your chest, at your sternum. Now you're in this chair twist, and now you're gonna get light on put all your weight on your left foot and then get light on your right foot and then step it back into a lunge. Breathe here for a moment. Good. Now release your hands, put them down, flat, and step your foot back into your first plank. Squeeze your butt. Keep your abs tight, and you're going to lower down very slowly all the way down into your first gentle little cobra, back bend, looking up, and then tuck your toes, downward facing dog, and take a moment to breathe in your first dog. Good. And from here, let's walk our feet forward to our hands. And then from here, keep your knees bent. Slide your hands up your shins and do a half forward fold by flattening your whole back. And then exhale, forward fold. And one more time, inhale. As you slide your hands up above your knees and do a half forward fold, flattening your whole back. And then exhale, forward fold. Excellent. Nice. Now in this position, just sit, bend your knees and sit in your chair pose and raise the arms up. And now we're back in this. Put your feet and knees together. Put your hands to your heart. And start slowly twisting to the right. Just start moving your whole torso to the right. Keep turning, actively turning, and then hook your left elbow outside your right knee. And then again, press your elbow against your leg so that your hands end up at the center of your chest for a nice twist. And then put more weight on your right foot and get light on your left foot, and then step that left foot back into a lunge. So we're in this nice twisted position, twisted lunge with our prayer position. Excellent. And then from here, release the hands down to the mat and step the foot back into plank. Take a moment to just breathe here, center yourself, squeeze your butt, make sure your your back is not arching. Breathe. And then lean your shoulders forward and lower down slowly. And then upward facing dog by just straightening your arms and looking up. And then exhale, downward facing dog. And breathe in downward facing dog. Now in downward facing dog, let's do a little variation here. Put your feet a little bit forward and wider apart than usual. Now grab your left ankle with your right hand. And if you can't grab the ankle, maybe grab the calf or something else. Okay, and then look under your left armpit. Try to look up. Breathe, push through the left shoulder. Try to drive the left heel down. Good, switch sides. Plant that hand down. Grab the right ankle with your left hand. Push through the right shoulder and try to drive that right heel down. Excellent. One more breath here. Good. Set the hands back into downward facing dog. Child's pose. Put the knees down. So feet together, knees apart. And just sit back on your heels and reach your hands forward and drop your forehead down to the mat. Just relax here and always know that if things ever get too intense, that child's pose is always available to you. This is a nice resting position for you to help catch your breath, center yourself, and it's also a nice hip opener. And notice how with each big breath that you take, how it lifts your whole back of your body in child's pose. Let's just take a couple more breaths here. Come on all fours. And let's actually sit on our butts like a bear. Okay, this is called the bear sit. All right, you can see why it's called the bear sit. Like so. And we're gonna do shin splits. They're called different things, but they're also called box splits. So I'm just gonna bring my left knee down, internally rotating this hip. Okay, and then switch sides. Bring this left knee back up and bring this right knee down all the way, internally rotating this, and back up. And now this time, again, the left knee comes down, but this time, come upright, and then reach behind you and try to go all the way backwards. Reach back as far back as you'll go, as you can go. Try to straighten your arms out behind you. And then come back up into the position you were in before and switch sides. Back into the bear sit. Bring this right knee down. Come upright and then turn around and twist over, backwards behind you, and try to reach your arms back the other way. Breathe. And then come back up. All right, back in the bear sit. Now let's go on our backs and we're gonna do a supine crow pose. Basically, what this means is we're laying on our backs. We're gonna lift our feet and knees up, okay? And imagine you were doing the crow pose. And if you're not sure what that is, basically put your arms in the middle between your legs as if you're pressing against the ground, okay? And your knees, try to basically put them in a squat, but of course you're on your back. And now, instead of just raising your shoulders up, try to lift your lower back up, okay? And then push your hands up toward the sky. So again, you're lifting your sacrum, your tailbone is lifting up, your lower back is lifting up, rounding it toward you. Your knees are coming toward your face, your feet are up. As you're pushing your hands up, this is a very active core exercise. Breathe. Good, and then let's release that. And come upright. And let's go into downward facing dog. Meet me in downward facing dog. Good. Raise your left leg up for one-legged down dog or three-legged down dog, whichever one you want to call it. And then bring your left knee to your nose and put your left foot up toward your butt. Really compress. Put your shoulders over your wrists and keep this knee up and gently step it through between your hands. And raise the arms up for Crescent Pose. Relax the shoulders. Basically, this is a high lunge. All right, and I'm gonna just scoot back a little so you can see what I'm gonna do. But you just hang out here. Get light on the back of your toes, your back toes, get light on it. And let's go warrior 3. Basically, step on to one leg. As you bring your back leg, your right leg, and your torso parallel with the ground, your hands could be at your heart, they could be behind you like a jet airplane, or overhead. Take a deep breath here as you're flying in the air. And standing splits. Bring the hands down. And you might need a block for this position. If you need a block or a chair, go ahead, grab it now. And from here, let's do half moon pose. Half moon pose is basically standing splits, except you're going to raise your right arm up and make your right toes point to the right. So your right hip is externally rotated actively, and if you're comfortable here, look up at your right hand. Good. Now, step the back foot down. Warrior two. Warrior two. Your arms are out to the side. You're looking over your left fingertips. Your front knee is bent. And you're looking over like a warrior over the horizon. And you're fierce. Okay, back foot is straight. Front knee is bent. And reverse warrior. Slide the right hand down the back of your leg and reach up behind, reach your front arm, your left arm behind you, looking up at your left hand. Extended side angle pose. Put your left forearm on your left thigh and reach your right arm overhead. Try to twist your whole torso over to the right, opening the chest up to the sky. Breathe. Good. Now, bring the right hand down. Raise your back heel, your right heel up in the air, and then raise your left arm up. Breathe. Slowly lower down the back knee, and then kick that back foot up and grab it with your left hand. And from here, when you grabbed it, try to bring the hips forward, bend that left knee forward. Breathe. Maybe look behind you, look at your foot. Open that chest up. You could kick the foot into your hand, away from your butt, to open your chest up. And then you could use your biceps to pull that leg in, increase the stretch of your quadriceps. Good. Slowly release that foot and lower down that foot. Put your hands down. Your hand down. Raise the back knee up. Step the left foot back. Lower down slowly, and you're going to transition very slowly into upward facing dog. So arms straight, looking up, and exhale, downward facing dog. Very nice. We just did a very nice little standing flow. I hope you guys like that one. I hope you liked it, because we got one more side to do, because we are two-sided. Let's raise that right leg up. Drive the left heel down. And then bring the right knee to your nose. Really compress that right knee in toward your nose. Put your shoulders over your wrists, forward over your wrists. Keep your right heel up toward your butt. And bring your knee in toward your nose even more. And step it gently between your hands. Raise the arms up for a crescent pose, basically a high lunge. Relax the shoulders. Nice. And I'm going to adjust myself so I'm in the view. Again, if you might need a block or a chair for this next part of the sequence, you can use it. And from here, let's put the hands to the heart and get light on your back heels, your back foot, I mean, and step up into warrior three. Let's go flying. So your left leg and your torso are parallel with the ground. Your hands could be at your heart or behind you like a jet airplane, or a little more advanced is if your arms are overhead. Breathe. Standing splits. Put the hands down. And now look at the foot that's in the air.
make your toes face down and try to lift from the inner thigh. Good. Breathing here. Good. Half moon pose. Basically, raise your left arm up and make your left toes point to the left to externally rotate the hip. And if you're comfortable here, you have good balance, look up at your left hand. Just do it slowly and mindfully. Good. From here, step the back foot back. Warrior 2. Arms are out to the side. You're looking over your right fingertips. Front knee is bent. Back leg is straight. Looking over that horizon. Staring at your enemy in the face. Reverse warrior. Slide the left hand down the back of your thigh. Looking up at your right hand as it reaches backwards. Bend that front knee more for a deeper stretch. And an extended side angle pose. Right forearm on your right thigh. Reach the left arm up, overhead and you could either be looking up at your hand, opening that chest up to the sky. And now bring that left hand down. Raise your back heel up in the air and then raise the right arm up. Good. Really open up. Try to open up as much as possible, raising that right arm up behind you. And then slowly lower the back knee down. Raise your back foot up and grab it with your right hand. Did I say raise your back foot up? Yes, I did. Okay, good. And then, so you're grabbing your back foot with your right hand. And again, you could bring the hips forward, bend that right knee forward. You could kick the foot into the hand to open that chest up. And then you could also use your biceps to pull the foot in toward your butt. And when you've had enough, release that. Lower down the foot slowly. Plant your hands down. Vinyasa. Step the foot back into plank. Lower down slowly. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Good. Now that you're here, bend the knees, look forward at your hands. And hop forward between the hands. Good. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half forward fold. Sliding the hands up above your leg just as much as you need to flatten your back halfway. And exhale, forward fold. Grab opposite elbows and just relax here. Put more weight over the front of your foot, of your feet, over the toes. Let go of your arms. Good. Now roll up one vertebrae at a time, taking your sweet time to come up. The head will be the last thing to come up. The shoulders will eventually just roll backwards. Your palms will face forward, and then your head will come up. And now you are a new body. Reset and everything. Okay? So we're going to do a little a little flying pigeon thing here. I want you to raise the arms up, raise the left knee up, and put your left foot over your right knee, and just splay your left knee over to the left, and then squat down, kind of like your chair pose in the beginning, and try to stick your butt out, or try to arch your back a little, and you'll get more of a glute stretch. And if you're very open here, and if you have a crow pose in your practice, maybe you can put the hands down on the floor, and from here you can possibly enter crow pose by hooking your knees above your ankles. I don't know if I could do it right now. I think I could. Let's try it. And just hang out here. If you can't do this, it's okay. Just stay in your original standing posture. And then let's come back. Find your balance. Raise the left knee up. Set it down. Let's switch sides. Raise the right knee up. And put your right foot over your left knee. And squat down into it with your right knee splaying over to the right. And again, if you want to do flying pigeon, flying crow pose, you can try it by bringing your hands down. And right now I can't do it on this side, so I'm just gonna skip it and just stay in this position, trying to push my right knee down and trying to stick my butt out to accentuate that glute stretch. Okay, now let's release that, come into standing position. And you know what? If you didn't get a chance to do crow pose, let's do it now. Let's do the regular crow pose. Squat down into a deep squat. Okay? Put your feet as wide as it needs to be so you're comfortable. Put your hands in the middle, your elbows in between your hands, in between your legs. With your hands at your heart. Plant the hands down in front of you. Raise the knees up as high as it'll go on your triceps, and then lean forward and see if you could raise one foot and then maybe the other foot, and maybe looking forward a little bit. And from here you could shoot the feet back into plank, or just go back into your squat. Okay, now that we all got that out of the way, let's sit like so. So I just want you to, I'm crossing my left foot so that my left foot is right by my right butt cheek. And I'm going to put my right foot over to the left side of my left leg. Okay. Now, wrap your left arm around your right leg and use your other arm to push this right knee in toward your chest, in toward you. And if this feels really impossible, just rewind this video like by 20 seconds and put something under your butt. Something like thick, like a yoga block or a few pillows. And now, if you're in this position with me, lift your chest up proud as you pull that right knee in toward you. And also, now here's the money. Put your right butt down on the floor. Lift the chest proud. pull that knee in toward your chest as you push that right butt cheek down, plant it down on the floor. Whew. Good. Let's switch sides. So fold your right foot, your right leg down, and then put your left foot over to the right. And again, you can use a block or something under you if it's impossible. Wrap your right arm around your left knee and then grab it and pull. Try to pull that, bring that knee in toward your chest. Raise the chest up, proud. Try to be as upright and proud as possible. And then see if you could plant that left butt cheek flat on the floor. And then try again to use your arm to bring the knee up toward you as you raise your chest proud. For a nice glute stretch. Okay, now let's lay on our back and thread the needle by simply putting our left foot over our right thigh and grabbing the back of our right thigh and pulling it in toward us. And if this feels like nothing, grab your shin and try to bring your right knee in toward you as you actively push. Use your hip muscles to push your left knee away from your face. Right knee in toward your face, left knee away from your face. Breathing. See if you could relax your head or your shoulders down. I just realized they've been up. Good. Switch sides. Grab the back of your thigh. And again, try to bring that left knee in toward your face as you actively use your hip muscles to push your right knee away from your face, to splay it open. So you notice this theme of external rotation, internal rotation of your hips. That's been the theme, and it's passive stretches and active stretches. Standing postures, sitting postures, all sorts of variety in this. That's why I called it the badass yoga flow. I thought it was intelligently programmed. And yeah, I'm calling myself intelligent. All right, now that we've done that, we're gonna do Supta Gomukhasana, which is another word for supine shoelace pose. So basically, this time put your left leg over your right knee. So like you're just crossing your legs, like usually how women cross their legs when they're seated. Raise your feet up and then grab your feet. Grab the tops of your feet. Okay? And try to lay flat, relax your head down on the floor. Try to make sure you keep your lower back flat on the floor the best you can. And then try to pull your feet toward your butt. Again, it's a nice hip opener, generally for your glutes. Good, let's switch sides. Grab your feet, relax your back, try to flatten your lower back and tailbone on the floor, and then pull your feet toward you or your butt. You might feel a stretch, you might not. I don't know, everybody's different. I felt a really good stretch on this last time I did it. Now I don't feel it on this side anymore.
So everyone's different. Can't satisfy everyone. Can't do everything all at once. Every day is different. Every body is different. So let's release that. And relax. Your legs out in front of you, straight. Put your arms down, however way is comfortable. I like mine sometimes down by my legs, maybe overhead like this. And just relax here and just regain your composure. Catch your breath. Notice how calm you feel. A little bit of exercise in such a short amount of time can make you feel so calm and centered. And really revel in this joy of doing nothing, because it is so rare and it's a gift. And that's my gift to you. And I'm going to end my session there, but you should stay seated there for however long you would like. And I thank you for watching. And I hope you enjoyed that. And if you have any questions, please leave a comment. And I would love to know how you liked this class, or maybe you didn't like some parts. Any feedback is acceptable. And if you're interested in supporting me, check out the links to my flexibility or strength training programs in the description of every video that I have. And I thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your day or evening.